Before Scott gives his presentation, first of all I want to say a few words about Bill Downey, because we didn't get to talk about that last Saturday night at Joe's reunion, and we're losing a good friend and a great partner. Bill going to Charlotte and Leslie going to Charlotte, and it's very sad. We understand there's a lot of reasons that led to this, and we appreciate all the time that Bill spent with us. I remember when we recruited Bill, how when you think about it, it makes it sad when you think about that he won't be here. But we really appreciate all you've done. You've provided a lot of leadership for our group, head of the Cath Lab and on the CEC and in interventional cardiology and in many, many ways. And we're going to miss you a lot. It's a big loss for our group. But we all have good feelings towards you, and we all wish you the best, and I know you're going to be very happy, and I know you're going to be successful.
They always come back to me.
See, that's what I said. You could always come back.
And Joe, it's you know, many of you weren't at the, probably half of the people here were not at the retirement party at the country club, I guess a week ago Saturday. And we all expressed our feelings toward Joe at that time, and I always thought that it's really surreal, because I always thought Joe I would stop at least as soon as Joe did, and it's going to be.
Now you got 10 more years.
Yeah. It's going to be very strange to be practicing without Joe to walk over and talk to about a problem or politics. Or whatever. But Joe will still be here and still be our great friend, and so he won't be gone. And but we'll miss him in practice.
Thank you.
Scott and the PAs have a few things to say.
Well, Dr. Joe, all the PAs that worked with you in the past and still work with you now really have enjoyed working with you and going to miss you. And I know you've always talked about Dr. Stead. And, you know, the North Carolina Academy of PAs named their headquarters after Dr. Stead. And so we all got together and made a donation. They're going to put a plaque up in the building in your name.
Oh, that's very nice.
So they sent me a certificate to give you. I just wanted to
thank you.
You knew what we were doing.
Thank you. You know how much I think of PAs, and of course Dr. Stead, he's the one that started it, and I was just talking to Reggie Carter the other day. He said over 100,000 PAs, and that's just one of the greatest things that ever happened in medicine, I think, is to have physician assistants. We've been very fortunate to have such wonderful people, starting with Bill Yearns in 28 years, and you've been here 7 years, and that's great. And I appreciate the I can't think of anything nicer than that. I want to thank you for working with me.
Where is that going to be? Scott, where's that going to be?
It's right off I-40. Have you been there?
I haven't been there yet, but there's...
Oh, the plaque is going to be somewhere else?
It's going to be in the building.
What building? Which
It's
building?
called the Stead Center. It's the
PA History
PA.
Building.
Oh.
Susan's been there. We went by there on the way. We went there a couple of years ago. It's a beautiful building. And it's the headquarters for all PAs all over the country.
I want to say one other thing, and then Joe may have a thing or two to say. Also want to express our appreciation to Mike Duran for all he's done over the years with us. And as you know, Mike's not with us now, and is with Julius at Bethany Clinic. But we really appreciate everything you've done here and then in Eden over these many years. Bill and Mike were all there was for a while, I think, and then we've grown tremendously since then.
There's Bill back there, yeah.
But thanks very much.
Thanks.
Well, thank you very much, and I want to thank you all for this wonderful party, and for Bruce and Dora. They always have such phenomenal parties over here. It's a great place. Susan and I were actually the first ones to meet Leslie and Bill up in Boston. Bruce told me he'd been talking to you, and then we got together. 6 years, is that right? And we just wish you the best in Charlotte. And just want to tell this group that I can't think of anything I'd rather been doing over the last 41 years, and doing it with such a phenomenal group of professionals. And I've enjoyed, like I told someone the other day, almost every day I look forward to going to work. I can't say every day. And today I saw, 10 patients this morning. Bruce scheduled it out so I would see this certain patient we know at the end of the last one. And it's just, I've loved what I do. I'm going to miss working with the patients and with you all, but I'm going to still be around. I've got 2 offices now. Jake told me to stay where I am now, and Jeff has me with Guy's desk there too, so I've got 2 places to be. But thank you all so much for your support. It's just been phenomenal to work with such a great group of people, and I think you all know I think we have one of the best groups anywhere, and most enjoyable to work with. So thank you.
Joe's been my role model, my big brother. 1976.
That's it.
Well, your daddy. Your daddy.
And you adoring that. We would have called
You'd
you
never
out
heard of
anyway.
PAs.
No.
Your daddy. The doctor said to me, your daddy went to and heard Hal Wilson, who was one of the leaders, or the originators of the Bowman Gray program. Went to hear Dr. Wilson speak at a
Guilford County.
yeah. And about that time, Barry Stillman was, I guess he was considering leaving. I'm not sure what the time, how it all worked, but Joe knew he was going to need some help, so they said, well, let's get this doctor. Dad said about PA, so they called the Bowman Gray program, and luckily for me, my name rose to the top, and for the first time, only time, and so I got this call, and I remember the first day I was evaluating a patient with heart failure, and Dr. Stillman was in there with me, and I listening to whatever I did. So now, Bill, the first thing, patients with pulmonary edema raise their head. So raise their head while they're spewing frothy, raise their head. Okay, oh, that's good. But it went on, and then that was in '76, and Dr. Weintraub came, and Dr. Brody stole my office. Dr. Brody, came, got the bill, and I forgot where I went from there, but it was always, such a wonderful pleasure to work with these guys, and I always felt that we were on the cutting edge of just putting the patient first, which is what Joe was always, that was his forte. Now I'm getting teary-eyed, but
A lot of good times. Thank you so much. Bill, you were one of the first PAs. I know you're the first one here.
yeah, Martha was
But in the whole program, were you in one of the first years?
it's like the
Martha
started
Martha Turner, yeah.
beating about like 4 months.
Yeah.
But I was the first student.
He was a young man. He was a young one.
I did.
But thank you so much. It was great.
There's plenty of food, so everybody stay as long as they want. And if anybody wants to watch the ball game will start at 9 o'clock.